Today I'm reviewing Generation's Thrilling 30 Dreadwing, who at the time of release came with issue 17 of IDW's Robots in Disguise. A modern take on the G2 Decepticon, this toy is a recolor and head swap of the Thrilling 30 Deluxe Megatron, based on Don Figueroa's stealth bomber design from IDW's comics. So I guess any character with a similar alternate mode was fair game? The original G2 Dreadwing figure was supposedly based on or inspired by the Northrop Grumman B2 Spirit, as is this. The basic outline is roughly similar. It's missing a lot of the sharp angles at the trailing edge, most likely for safety. Dimension-wise, width exceeds length, as it should, and for an aircraft not known for its height, the undercarriage is handled pretty well, with a fair bit of the robot incorporated into the vehicle, as opposed to everything being crammed below. They even worked in a deployable nose wheel, with the two rear wheels moulded on what'll become his arms. The deco, though perhaps vibrant for a flying wing, is pretty subdued as G2 color schemes go. The dark purplish blue body, dark metallic grey vents, silver across the leading edge, solid red cockpit windows, and nearby, the G2 Decepticon logos are done in a red outline. Most of the blue is opaque plastic, save for the wingtips, where this colour is painted over clear red plastic, and pretty thinly at that. The gaps you could argue are energy lines of some kind, especially since the reason for the translucent red is that the wings detach for a later purpose. Though not as egregious as Generation's Cybertronian Megatron, this means, yes, it's another case where the accessories make up a fair bit of the alt mode, and without them the toy's kinda ruined. Did I mention the slots on these wing pieces are also clear plastic? While the robot's proportions differ from the original figure, side effect of being a Megatron retool, the head sculpt resembling a gas mask, and the bomber front chest help identify it as G2 Dreadwing. It's not like this physique ill suits him. He still looks powerful, just instead of an entirely blocky body, he's broad-chested with a trim midsection. Oh, and don't forget his buff limbs. The leading edge remaining horizontal adds some dynamic angles to the design, though part of the cockpit folds straight down, which is more in line with the original toy. The reveal of bright blue is about as G2 as the deco gets. I mean, the layout's not exact, his upper arms and thighs are bright blue instead of black, but it gets the point across. As alluded to, the wingtips are accessories that combine into a cannon, with a lever that extends the barrel. It arguably echoes Dreadwing's classic Gatling gun, in that it's a large weapon. Instead of over the shoulder, it can plug into either forearm, which of course suits Megatron if you own him. Speaking of, it's because Dreadwing's a retool of a mold that wasn't strictly designed for him, that there's no tank mode, nor any of the G2 toys gimmicks present or reimagined. Luckily, T30 Dreadwing has it beat in articulation. The head is ball-jointed, the shoulders are on struts that are ball-jointed at one end and hinged at the other. These panels hinge open, allowing for better outward motion. You also have bicep swivels, a near 90-degree elbow bend, inward wrist curls, no waist, sadly, but ball-jointed hips and swivels just above the knees. Sadly, the hinged knees and ankles tie into my biggest gripe. In theory, the panels which make up his lower legs close at the back to conceal the gap, so that they look more solid. Emphasis on look. To get the full range of motion, these panels must remain open. Chances are, even slightly moving those aforementioned joints will pry them apart anyway. If you care, the kneecaps also move independently. Thanks to being a remold, Thrilling 30 Dreadwing falls in the same camp as Kingdom's Scorponok, in that it's underwhelming next to the character's original toy. Fortunately, Thrilling 30 Dreadwing has more going for him as a standalone figure. If the legs were better constructed, he might have gotten a gold. As is, if not Dreadwing, it's worth tracking at least one of this sculpt down, be it the more colourful Croc or... Geez, give someone else a chance, Megs.